letting me go live again? Let's see how many people that come up in here. You did? You feel me? Hey, baby. I'm going live, so if you do come out, throw some clothes on. Oh, trust me. I'm not gonna open the door. They don't want. I mean, they want to see all that, but they can't see all that. You feel me? Maybe if we do an OnlyFans in the future or something like that. We got somebody in here this fast. What's up, Lego man? What's up, man? Do you see what's going on with this happy who's Midwest Rifle man? Hey, happy New Year, man. Happy New Year, brother. Yeah, man. I woke up to that bullshit, man. But I can't say. I mean, ain't nobody in here, Gun Freak Nation. We can't say that we shocked and surprised that some terrorist type shit, went down, man. I shut my TV off. I don't know whether they, last time I saw, when I was watching it on TV, last time I saw, they say it was a woman and 3 men on video, caught on video planting IEDs and shit, man. So I'm not surprised or shocked at this. We at Gun Freak Nation, we've been predicting this and telling y'all, telling the world that, this was gonna happen. My question is, what took so long? That's my question. What took so long? Don't be surprised or shocked if it be more terrorist attacks, man. I see a lot of people making a big deal. Well, he wasn't from the Middle East or Russia or anything. They say he was American from Texas. Because I keep on saying about the open borders. Fuck the open borders, man. Fuck that. Hopefully Trump will get that get that back in control because it's been out of control the last 4 years thanks to Biden and Harris. But it ain't about the borders, man. It's about I'll say this: evil has no borders. I don't give a fuck where you from. If you evil or your mind is corrupt by the devil, Satan, you could be right here in Detroit and go and do some demonic shit. So fuck the borders. Don't get caught up so much on who crossing the borders and all that when we still got evil savages that's right here in America. I try to get past all this border shit and racial shit. At the end of the day, it all boils down to if you a corrupt, evil ass person or a righteous person, man. Can't nobody tell me everybody that came over and crossed that border illegally is I'm not trying to criminalize or profile nobody. I'm pretty sure some of them people was legit, righteous people that would help you out if you needed help. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta admit, I spent a lot of time focusing on that when I should have been focusing on right or either wrong. Whether you evil or not, shit happens. Ain't nothing gonna ever be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he happened to be from they say from Texas, I believe. But anybody can have their mind corrupt and be brainwashed or indoctrinated, and people believe in what they believe in, and when they get to the point to where they are ready to shed blood and all that stuff, man, it's too much. So y'all we just got to be savage ready. We got to be savage ready, man. I can't even see no I don't even see the I'm trying to tap to see the comments, but this shit ain't working. you know what? David Parker, you know, this ain't the beginning. You know, it's been a lot of shit popping off, man. It just don't make the news. You feel me? It just don't make the news, man. It's just that this one was just so out there that they had to put the shit on the news, man. They've been doing a lot of cover-ups. Trust me. You right, Satan is a clown, but he's a smart ass clown. You hear me? You know, he got a lot of people fooled, and you know, it's just been a lot uh uh going on and shit, man. You know, I don't even want to do videos no more for the channel. You know, YouTube is not playing fair. A lot of so-called GunTube channels, they shadow banning them too, man. You know, I'm you know, share some information, man. A lot of people been coming to me saying about at least about 15, 20 people been coming to me saying that you know, they've been unsubscribed. I've been getting that throughout the years though, but never that many at one time. I said resubscribe, but it's just been some weirdo shit happening. You know, one of my videos, which one was it? The 6 new guns for Christmas. That video had, I swear, I wish I would have screenshotted it. That video had over 18,000 views, and I saw it with my own eyes. And one of my Gun Freak Nation members actually saw it too. Within, when I went back to check, within maybe an hour later, it was at 12,000. I'm like, how? I'm trying to stop cussing, but how the hell did that happen? How the hell did that happen? People been hitting me up saying that their comments are being deleted. I know for a fact, my woman in there, she subscribed to my channel. When I go live or when I put up a video, she don't get the notification until maybe like 2 days later. So I think that, I don't think I know that they coming after me and it's being shadow banned, man. You know, and I ain't never seen it this bad. So I don't know what I'm doing to piss a lot of people off, but all I can do is be me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll say this: I don't get caught. I don't trip on subscriber count, man. A lot of people, you know, they notice that shit too, and they you know, they telling me. I notice it too. You know, if it's legitimate people that got pissed off over some bullshit, you know, over something I said, then hey man, I wish you the best, but good witness. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have the people that really support you and rock with you, and then you gonna have the ones that just want to jump on and all that shit. Well, you know, jump the fuck on out. If you don't like it, good witness. I don't give a fuck. I don't care whether I got 40 subscribers or 40,000 or only 50 subscribers or 50,000. I don't give a fuck. At one point, a few years back, I had less than 20. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was making the beat channel. I don't get caught up in all that shit. YouTube, it's a lot of weird shit going on, and I really don't, when something ain't fun to me no more, I really don't care about it no more. You know what I'm saying? When something, and then a lot of people been leaving a lot of sly ass comments like "stay black," you know, continue to stay black, man. Miss me with that bullshit. And see, it's, to me, it's all a setup, because when you insult me and leave comments like that, the old me would have responded back, you know, on that level, but I don't give it that level no more, because guess what? YouTube, when I try to comment on other people's videos, people that I like, people that I'm subscribed to, they will, it'll be a thing that pop up saying, well, you've been some type of cyber bullying and all that. So if you keep this up, we gonna remove your channel, and you're gonna be banned from leaving comments. And when you do be free to comment on other people's channel again, and you say something out the way, we gonna just take your channel. YouTube said that to me, that prompt. So it's like I'm being set up or something. So if I see some shit on there that I deem disrespectful, man, I either gonna laugh it off, or if it's too disrespectful, I'm just gonna remove it. I'm not gonna even respond to it no more, man. But like I said, when something is no longer fun for me to do, I don't give a fuck about it no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't care no more, because at the end of the day, I don't rely on this platform to pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? Some of you do, and I'm not knocking nobody, but I don't rely on that. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got me by the balls. You know, I can shut this motherfucker down and never come back. But I come back because for the love of the people. You know what I'm saying? The people that really fuck with me. You know, and all the people that's leaving comments with T, you lost a lot of subscribers. I don't give a fuck. I really don't, because it ain't paying my bills. I don't give a fuck. And to be honest with you, I wish you would stop saying that shit. You know, because at the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck, and I'm gonna continue to be me. And if YouTube want to shut the fucker down, then let it be shut down, and let it be done. You know, it ain't gonna make or break me. It's just that simple. You know, and then you dealing with I like to say snakes and fakes, man. People that's all in your face, that, you know, acting like they like you or support you or whatnot, and they really don't like you. You know what I'm saying? They really, in their minds, they in competition. You know, and I try to stay clear of people like that, man. When you hit me up, hey T, can you know, support this video? Can you do this and all that and shit? I just look at you sideways, because this shit don't happen overnight. I didn't get nobody doing this. You know, I didn't get this so-called fire asking people to do this. I did this shit on my own, brick by brick. So when you approach me and say, can you do this and do that, you sound lazy like a motherfucker to me. You sound like you want an easy ride, a shortcut to get to more subscribers. And at the end of the day, it ain't about that. It's about the people that really fuck with you. You can have 1 million subscribers and they don't fuck with you. They not interacting with you. They ain't hitting you up saying, when is you gonna, you know, have new content? Subscriber count don't mean shit no more, and I don't give a fuck about it. And I wish, you know, y'all to stop hitting me up. Oh, T, you just took a loss, man. I ain't took no motherfucking loss. I'm living my best life right now. I don't give a fuck about subscriber count. And if it is true that they left, and get good motherfucking riddance. I don't need you funky motherfuckers up in here in the first motherfucking place. I don't need you, your stinking asses. Get the fuck on. Because if you left, then nigga, you wasn't loyal or rocking with the nation anyway. Shit, I'm gonna rename this motherfucker T Electrik again, and you gonna get the mother, man. I'm telling you, it's a lot of motherfucking weirdo shit that's going on right now, man. And for those stay black, I'm still trying to figure that out, nigga. What more can I be? And I'm a proud black man. You know, people. I try to I try to stay away from the racial shit, because I firmly believe that it really don't matter, or really don't count at the end of the day what the fuck your race or nationality is, my nigga. It really don't matter at the end of the day. You know, it's about what's in your soul. You dig what I'm saying? It's about what's in your heart. If you a righteous person, then guess what? You a righteous person whether you a white motherfucker, a black motherfucker, an Indian motherfucker, a Arab motherfucker, Mexican motherfucker. It don't matter. Evil has no borders, and evil has no color. You know, well, I'm gonna put it this way: evil has no borders, and evil is in every color, every shade of color. So until we keep, oh look, the person had, from the Middle East and all that. It don't matter at the end of the day, because there's a lot of righteous people over there too, man. Evil gonna be evil, and as soon as people realize that, they rank the fuck up and realize that all that shit is just a ploy to just divide us, and have us pointing the finger at each other and shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people. I want to address this situation, man. A lot of motherfuckers got mad at me, and because I said I said that Daniel Penny was a hero. And for those who don't know who Daniel Penny is, that's the guy that choked the white dude that choked the black homeless, mentally challenged guy to death in New York. And you know what? I'm gonna say this right here. Hey baby, I might need that fan out here. It's hot than a motherfucker. They must have had that heat on all day, because I'm sweating in this motherfucker. I'll say this. My opinion of Daniel Penny, I'm going to own up to it. He not no hero, man. He not. I'm going to own up to it. My opinion ain't changed. He tried to do good, but he fucked up. I'm not gonna call him a Derek Chauvin or nothing like that. The motherfucker that did George Floyd like that. But the way I saw it, if that was my woman, if that was my son, even though my son should be able to handle himself, or anybody else on that subway train, I would want somebody to man up and and step up if you got a crazy motherfucker threatening people, right? But here's my problem with that. He didn't hurt nobody that day, even though they say he hit an old lady in the face like the day before or some shit like that, and he was on the worst. He was on some type of database, but it don't matter. The man is no longer here. And I'm not, when I called that guy a hero, I was in the middle of my emotions and shit. Yes, we have emotions too. If you don't have emotions, you a cold-hearted motherfucker if you don't have no emotions. So I'm only human. So when I said that he was a hero, I was still in my feelings about the young woman, the homeless woman that got set on fire and burned alive on that subway train in New York. So a lot of people really don't care, I guess, because she was homeless. Well, I care, because homeless people are still, people, just like Jordan Neely. You got a man that's in there that's hungry and desperate and upset or whatever. So when I called him a hero, I was wrong for that. I'm not saying he was wrong for trying, if the motherfucker was in there wilding out, he should have subdued him. And by him being military, he should have knew better to let him go, especially when people was like, man, when you wasn't trying to resist, loosen up. So nah, he not no hero. I take that back. But in the middle of saying, one of the Gun Freak Nation members sent me a video of this woman literally standing up, leaning up against the door, fully engulfed in flames, on fire. So when I saw that, I'm like, damn, man, I wish it would have been a Daniel Penny in there to prevent that shit from happening. And in the midst of my emotions, I called him a hero. But no, he's not no hero, man, in my opinion. I think he did a noble cause trying to protect people. But my brother James Walker did a video the other day. And if you are in New York, you should be used. If you that fucking scared, and if it's that motherfucking crazy, figure out another way of transportation, because you're gonna see all kind of crazy motherfuckers in them subway trains. That's just like here in Detroit when you get on the bus. Every time when I got on the bus to go somewhere, it's always that one crazy motherfucker that's in there that's showing his ass. So I mean, you can expect that shit, man. You know, but I don't wish death on nobody. You know, Jordan Neely didn't deserve to die because of that. Just like the brother at the that got beat to death in that prison infirmary in New York. A lot of people left comments that I had to delete. Well, what did he do? What did he do? You know what I'm saying? To get in there, it don't matter what he did. The guy was in there doing his time. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he one of them pedophile motherfuckers, I wouldn't mind if I would have tortured that motherfucker my damn self. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I can't stand a pedophile or whatever, you know. But that wasn't what he was in there for. You know what I'm saying? So, regardless, he didn't deserve to get lynched like that or beat to death like that. You feel me? But yeah, man, I'll admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong calling him a hero because maybe if he wouldn't have choked the guy to death, then he would have been a hero. It would have been, heroic or whatever. A lot of people got on me for saying Carl Rittenhouse was a hero. I'm not gonna take that one back for the simple fact, the way I see it, I get people in different camps hitting me up. No, don't sell it, Carl Rittenhouse was racist and he went there to kill black folks. He did this and did that. Me personally, I didn't see it that way. He went there to protect establishments and businesses from them motherfucking Antifa motherfuckers and Black Lives motherfuckers who was running rapid, burning down buildings and shit, man. Mad, over that George Floyd situation, He went there to do that. So in my eyes, that's a noble cause because I always try to look at, I always try to be fair. I try to look at it from the other person's perspective, their point of view. So if I was in Seattle or wherever the hell it happened at, Portland or whatever, if I had a business, I would have welcomed him to stand out front my business with an AR-15 to be a deterrent against motherfuckers that's just running rapping and setting, buildings and shit on fire. You feel me? So he's still a hero. And even if it is true that he came there to do that, that's not the case. I don't believe that was the case. I put myself in his shoes. I put myself in his situation. If I got a motherfucker that's chasing after me, trying to start some shit with me, and I have an AR-15 in my hands, and they are crazy enough to try to chase me and disarm me, if you crazy enough, in my mind, if you are crazy enough to try to chase me and I got the AR-15 and you don't have an AR-15 and you trying to chase me and you are chasing me, then you a crazy motherfucker. And in my mind is, if this motherfucker crazy enough to chase me and I'm the one that got the AR, then that motherfucker, guess what? If that motherfucker crazy enough to chase me, to try to disarm me, he crazy enough to use my own gun on me. So I'm going to get you before you get me. It's classic self-defense. You got to be a crazy motherfucker to be unarmed, and you chasing somebody with a gun. Motherfucker, you asked them to be saying the funky town. It's just that simple, man. So I'm just, I'm fed up with the bullshit, man. People getting pulled this way. Then a lot of people hit me up in my emails and stuff. T, I need your number and all that. I don't trust everybody with my personal line. I'll get my text me number again. And I ain't even trying to be mean, but I don't had other attempts where people been trying to hack the page. Fake ass companies reaching out to me, trying to get information. My shit got hacked back in 2022, I believe. I'm not, you just can't hit me up and be like, call me. That ain't gonna happen because I don't know you. So please stop doing it. If you got something that you really need to talk about, just text it to me, email it to me, and I'll happily respond and answer your questions. But it ain't gonna be no call me unless I get that text now number again. You got to be careful. It's a lot of motherfuckers that don't like me. It's a lot, people that want to hack the channel again. Like I said, I might just put my shit back to T Electrik, man. This shit is for the birds. All this bullshit and all of the fakery that's going on, man, it's really rubbing me the wrong way. And when something is no longer fun for me to do no more, then guess what? God damn it, I ain't got to do the shit no more. And stop hitting me up about you don't lost all these. I don't give a fuck about them subscribers, man. The proof that they left, then they wasn't really down with Gun Freak Nation in the first place. Well, get your fake funky asses on. I don't give a fuck. It ain't affecting my pockets or my bank account regardless. You did? So I don't give a fuck. So please stop hitting me up saying the bullshit, because I'm tired of hearing about it. Damn. See what these comments say. But anyway, hey, I just want to jump in here, man. You know what? We good. You ain't got to pray for me and my family. We good. We good over here, man. Pray for the whole world. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for saying that, though. But we good. Like my mom used to say, you in the land of the living, you good. I ain't somewhere, laying down half dead in a hospital bed. For those who are, I pray for you and and I hope you get better. But we good over here, man. This ain't my life right here, this YouTube. It ain't my life, man. Don't get me wrong. I love the shit that I got started. You feel me? I love Gun Freak Nation. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that's keeping me doing this shit. I ain't got to do this shit, man. And I don't give a fuck. Sometimes I miss the old days when I only had 20 subscribers and shit, man, because I knew they was down. I knew they was loyal. I knew it wasn't no snakes and fakes that smile in your face and they really envy of you, jealous of you, trying to outdo you. I'm not the only video that talk about home invasions, but let's all be honest, man. Everybody loved this. My shit popped off because I was the only motherfucker that was out there at the time, about 3-4 years ago, that was really talking about these home invasions that I know of, and I didn't have no filter. But YouTube, when they hit me with them strikes and threatened to take the channel away, I had to bite my motherfucking lip. I had to bite my motherfucking tongue because I didn't want to lose something that I worked so hard for. So many people, my message resonated with so many people. But once again, my channel is not for everybody. It's not. If you got the faint of heart and you can't take cussing and you can't take, pussy or the hair jokes and all that shit, man, then it ain't for you. Let me just say this, man. At some point, man, I feel like I got lost in my own sauce. YouTube on me about the language and shit and putting strikes up on the channel, and then I got tired of doing all that cussing my damn self. But then it got to the point to where I felt like I was losing myself. Like I wasn't my authentic self. Like when I being myself, I like to put a message out to stay armed. But at the same time, I'm not no comedian or nothing, but a lot of shit that I say, a lot of shit that I do, just mean my personality is funny. You know what I'm saying? So when I can't be myself, then I don't need this fucking channel no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't live up to the picture that people paint. You know what I'm saying? Of me. I can't, worry about how another person see me through their lenses. All I can do is just be myself. So yeah, everybody, that's just the way of the world. Everybody is not gonna like you. Everybody is not gonna always agree with you. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that you must and you got to do is still be yourself, your authentic self. You got to be your authentic self, man. You can't please everybody. You can't make everybody happy. But one person you can make happy and put first is yourself. Your happiness must come first. I don't give a fuck what people got to say or their opinion of me, and whether they laughing at me. See, some of these motherfuckers, they wanted the old tea back. And then, it's a difference when people laughing with you and when people laughing at you. I'll never be that fool again, where they want me to just be outrageous again, man. I just, I ain't gonna lie, part of me kind of, I'm just gonna be me. Look, I might say some crazy shit, and then I might get on some serious shit. You know what I'm saying? No, what we going through right now with this terrorist attack, man, I wasn't shocked. I'm like, what the fuck what took so fucking long? You know what I'm saying? What took so fucking long, man? Oh, but T, you said that it would be, terrorists crossing the border. Who gives a fuck? As long as you got this thing called a computer, the internet, these terror groups can infiltrate and indoctrinate a motherfucker right here that was born naturally right here in this country. It don't matter. If you an evil motherfucker with a corrupt mind, it don't matter whether you was born here or over in the Middle East or over in Europe. It don't, or in the African continent, it don't matter. An evil motherfucker is an evil motherfucker. It don't matter what race you are or where you come from. Get past that bullshit, man. A lot of this shit is out there to try to break us up, tear us apart, and divide us. Here in Gun Freak Nation, we global. We international. We don't give a fuck about no borders. What we care about is, are you a good person? When the shit hit the fan, whose side you on? Pick a side. That's all we care about. Pick a fucking side. Okay? Because when it all comes down to it, when the apocalypse happen, when Armageddon happen, it's another word for this shit. When it happen, it's gonna be two camps. It's gonna be the righteous ones versus the evil ones. And when I say righteous, I'm not putting nobody, or myself included, on no pedestal. Ain't nobody perfect. We still got flaws. We still got weaknesses. We still lust, whether it's a gun or a woman. We ain't perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. But at the same time, we not no motherfucking savages out there trying to commit crimes and, violate people and, do crazy shit. We ain't that either. If we see somebody being harmed, especially if it's a child or something like that, we gonna put that motherfucker in Funky Town. He gonna be sent to Funky Town. What up? I know your motherfucking ass ain't been reading no Bible, man. Come on. I know your ass, nigga. And by the way, he happens to be What Up is a brother of Polish descent. I don't give a fuck whether you Polish or African or whatever, man. If you got a good heart, this nigga been rocking with Gun Freak Nation forever, man. One of my best fucking mods. You hear me? Matter of fact, my first moderator that helped me get my channel back when that hacker got me, about 2 years ago. What Up was there, so you always gonna be my guy. You feel me? But I'm trying to read these motherfuckers. Appreciate that. What up? Mr. 57, what's good with it? Hey, say that to what up. What up is Polish. But anyway, man, y'all got any questions for me while I'm, baby, I kind of need another drink. You still naked? I need another drink, baby. I guess I'm gonna have to make it this time, huh? I mean, I ain't trying to inconvenience you or nothing, I don't know shit about no Polish food. All I know is that them fucking Polish sausages, I can fuck one of them up right now, throw them on the grill, and fuck one of them motherfuckers up. The shish kebab, that might be Polish. That's the only thing I know. Forgive me for my ignorance. Anyway, any questions in here? But yeah, man, YouTube is weird, but I don't give a fuck. It's a lot of fake, funky motherfuckers that act like they like me, model they fucking channels after my motherfucking channel, and then I know for a fact that they don't like me. But if you don't like me, unsubscribe now and get the fuck out my face, man. If you don't fuck with me like that, that's one thing, man. If you're gonna be real, be real. But don't be no fake ass motherfucker. And I'm not saying I'm the only one that can talk about home invasions. That would be, that would be arrogant and stupidity on my part. But I don't like no snakes and fakes. Do your thing and let me do my thing. I stay in my lane and you stay over in your stinking ass lane. It really perturbs me and pisses me the fuck off when you think I don't know what your real agenda is. And stop fucking emailing me saying, can I do this and do that, nigga? Put your shit together brick by brick like I did. Work hard for it and put your shit together and stop asking the motherfucker for a handout. Hell, I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck about these motherfucking subscriber counts, man. That shit can kiss my ass. It's at the end of the day, it's about loyalty. And for those who got mad at me or whether YouTube unsubscribe them, I don't give a fuck. Get your shitty stinking asses on, motherfucker. I don't need your stinking asses. This don't pay my motherfucking bills. This ain't buying my fucking guns. I got people. You lost over 100, man. Them 100 motherfuckers can suck my dick. They can suck my motherfucking dick. I don't give a fuck, you funky ass fake motherfuckers. Like Trump said, sometimes you got to drain the fucking swamp. You got to drain that stinking ass swamp. So if y'all want to leave, good motherfucking witness. Suck my dick while you at it and don't come back. A lot of people like, well, T, why you acting like you mad and all that stuff? I ain't mad. I'm glad. Because the real recognize real. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't, you don't. It don't fucking matter to me. Don't fucking matter to me, man. Shit. I don't have time for the bullshit. I really don't have time for it. You know what I'm saying? But you got motherfuckers that prey on other people's downfall because of jealousy, envious. They want to be in this position right here, man. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. You ain't gonna never be able to fill these motherfucking shoes. You feel me? It's only it's only one motherfucking T Electrik. And I'm gonna tell you motherfuckers something. Next time one of you motherfuckers leave a comment talking about stay black, nigga, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna respond. I don't give a fuck about YouTube. They can take this motherfucking channel. I'm gonna say, nigga, I am black and proud and suck my motherfucking dick. How about that? Suck this big ass black beautiful dick, nigga. Next time you read some corny shit like that on my page. Talk about T done changed and all that and shit. Talk about T wanna be right, man. Fuck all. Fuck y'all. Kiss my motherfucking ass. Nigga, all I can be is myself. And I had to refrain from all that shit. But now I don't get fucking tired of YouTube. I don't got tired of that shit. Trying to put all these restrictions on me. Where I can't cuss and all that. You know, putting strikes on my channel. Y'all can suck my motherfucking dick too. Yeah, I know y'all gave me my shit back when it got hacked. And y'all took it down again because of the bug fuck shit that the hacker posted on my shit. But fuck y'all too if y'all trying to treat me like this. Motherfuckers. I'm fed up with everybody at this motherfucking point. All these motherfuckers can suck my motherfucking dick. And then I don't like these two-faced motherfuckers too. That act like they fuck with me, then they fucking with the people that I know that don't fuck with me or like me or whatever, which I don't give a fuck. But if you gon' it ain't no situation where you gotta pick a side or nothing like that, but I'm looking at you sideways. I'm looking at you sideways. I'm at the point now I just want to be left the fuck alone. So many fake ass motherfuckers up in here. Sick of this motherfucking shit, man. Get the fuck on. If it ain't for you, this is the way I see it. If you can't accept me or don't like what the fuck I say or my opinions on it, get your stinking ass on. Get the fuck on. I don't give a fuck. We got too much shit going on. We got terrorist attacks, and we still got these funky, stinking ass savages that's running amongst us, that's committing all these brutal home invasions where they running up in your crib and they raping your woman, they molesting your kids, and they may even try to rape you. That's how sick and perverted the society has gotten. And I've been telling y'all this for years now. And you saying what I'm saying, I was right, man. So when I saw that shit, I'm trying to figure out why, of all places, why New Orleans? I thought that if them motherfuckers was gonna hit, shit, nigga, I thought it would have been, New York, Vegas. Well, something did happen in Vegas where a car exploded in front of that they trying to say that was a terror attack too. I don't know. The motherfucker might have just been raggedy and exploded. It says one of them Tesla trucks. So people been telling me them motherfuckers explode anyway. I wouldn't, even if I could afford one, I wouldn't want one of them motherfuckers. I wouldn't want one. I don't know, man. I might be bullshitting. Let me get some millions in my pocket. I might get one of them motherfucking, Tesla Cybertrucks and a motherfucking robot from Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? And nigga always gonna say that shit until he get the money. You feel? I might get one of them motherfuckers. You feel me? Baby, I thought you was making me a drink. Damn, you making me look bad. They started to talk about me on the motherfucking live. Take out a woman and he'll ask her ass 25 times to bring him a drink and she ain't did the shit yet. Damn, baby. I do it because I want to. God damn. Oh shit, now she don't cuss me the fuck out now. You see this shit I'm getting started now? Never mind, baby. I'll make my own drink. You're not my slave. You're not my slave. But damn, can you at least let me. I'm having fun, y'all. I'm having fun. You did. I'm having fun. Anyway, man, before I roll up out this motherfucker, y'all got any questions or whatever, man? Y'all got any questions up in this motherfucker y'all want to ask me? appreciate you mods that's up in this motherfucker. Hey, somebody say, get your ass in here and get me my refill. I forgot, baby, you do got to get dressed though, right? Huh? Is your pussy still super red and soaking wet? I'll be in there in a minute. You know, I'm about to dive in. You know that Trey song, man. You know what I'm saying? We all grown folks up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand a motherfucker. Oh, you talk reckless and you ain't got no filter. Well, bitch, fuck you and get the fuck all out my motherfucking face, bitch. If this channel ain't for your stinking ass, then it ain't for your stinking ass. Keep it moving, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Keep it moving. I'm doing this shit on purpose to piss off you corny, cornball, corn puff ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? You think you got motherfuckers that's plotting on me, hating on me, forming an agenda on me, and trying to take me and the channel down? Well, fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck about y'all, you know, people that jump ship. And for all I know, YouTube might have did the shit. I can't even tell y'all how many people been telling me they've been unsubscribed from the channel. I said, that ain't nothing new. That been happening for years. The channel been shadow banned. But I don't give a fuck about no... What y'all need to know is YouTube, back in the day, subscriber count mattered. But it don't really matter no more. It's who fuck with you. It's who is loyal to you. Who supports you that really matters. You know what I'm saying? You can have 10 subscribers, and if you got 10 loyal motherfuckers that rock with you, that fuck with you, that support you and accept you for who you are, then that's gold. I'd rather have that 10 over 10,000. You feel me? I'd rather have 10 real motherfuckers over 10,000 fake motherfuckers. You feel me? So, you know, I don't give a fuck, man. You know, anybody got some gun questions or something, man? Come on, man. Don't put it all off on me. You know, ask me some questions or something. Well, you know, man, we subscribe, you know, but for those who don't, a lot of motherfuckers got mad at me when I said Daniel Penny was a hero. And I gotta admit, I was out of line, out of pocket for saying that shit. But after saying somebody get set on fire, a woman that wasn't bothering nobody, we need somebody like Daniel Penny to be on that fucking subway train to stop a savage from setting people on fire. That's why I said the nigga was a hero. But he ain't really no hero because he left the brother in the chokehold for too long and it killed him, man. You know what I'm saying? And the way he did it, he snuck up on him from the back to do the shit, man. So he did a sneak attack on the crazy motherfucker, and he fucked up by leaving him in the chokehold too long where he killed him, you know? But you know, man, it's just a fucked up situation, man. You know, I wish Jordan Neely family would have intervened and got him off the streets or did something to help him out. Or I wish the state of New York would have, you know, had him in some type of hospital to get treatment and help, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so he was failed by a lot of people and shit, man. One thing about this channel, man, we don't judge nobody. I know I don't, and I don't look down on nobody. I see a lot of other these so-called GunTube channels. They try to judge people. They talk about people that got cheaper guns, you know, cheap guns or lesser expensive guns or another person's occupation. I don't like to be around them type of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to be around nobody that think they, you know, because they might have a good job or a career or they got money or something like that. They want to talk about somebody that work at Walmart, or they want to talk about, you know, this person because they get assistance or stamps and some shit like that, man. That's some bullshit. And when I catch a motherfucker, huh? When I hear somebody talking like that, I don't even want to fuck. I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with them because here in God Freak Nation, we got people of all occupations, of all walks of life, from homeless to multi-millionaires. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear people talk about that shit and making jokes about it, and you think you cool with me, and then especially a motherfucker that, you know, don't like cussing and all that, and try to check people for cussing, but then you like me as much as my motherfucking ass cuss. As much as my mouth is foul, nigga, I know your ass is fake. So get your fake funky ass away from me. I'm done. I'm over the bullshit. I'm tired of playing nice. At this point, I really don't give two fucks whether YouTube take the channel or not. If they do, guess what? I start this motherfucker right back up again and be at 1 subscriber, and I'll be happy. Because this shit ain't paying my bills. This shit don't make or break me. Let's get this straight. And the next motherfucker leave a comment, T, you losing subscribers, motherfucker, I'm gonna lose your ass too. I'm gonna block your ass. Because I'm sick of this shit. Thank you, baby. And you looking beautiful. Thank you. With that big, juicy ass. Thank you. I appreciate you. You put some of my special formula in it. Oh, shit. Come on. Hold on. Bear with me. God Freak Nation. You know, I can't drink this shit without, you know. Just bear with me. Mama Cat trying to come back up in that motherfucker. Yeah, let me throw some of that motherfucker in there, man. Throw some of this shit up in there. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the motherfucking subscribers, man. There is a lot of fake motherfuckers up there that's small and fake. Actually do this and actually do that. Leave it fucking off. I ain't did no shit. I ain't asked no motherfucker to come and do this for me and do that. I don't ask for no motherfucking handout and all that shit. Shit, I'm gonna put a little bit more on that motherfucker. 2 drops. 2 nice size drops. Ooh-wee. I'm gonna be turned up like a motherfucker. Good God, what you trying to do to me? What you about to say? Did they eat that dog shit yet?
Yep.
Man, motherfuckers will do anything for views, man. Mm-hmm. My woman in there watching one of the YouTube. Is that on YouTube or Facebook, baby?
They on Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
Okay, and they doing a challenge where how much money they want people to send in before they eat that dog shit. Literally, these niggas is eating dog doo-doo for money, for cash out money. That's fucked up.
I couldn't watch him eat it. I turned it off.
Damn, he was just getting ready to eat it. God damn. Baby, we need to go turn up for the TMV later once I get off this live. Go over to the other channel. Huh? Okay. You can get back naked again if you want, because I'm going to be in there in a minute. I'm about to be in that motherfucker. Literally. You feel me? Jason, you in motherfucking Arizona? Nigga. I know you're a white guy, but you still my nigga. You hear me? When I say nigga, I don't mean just black. I mean black and white and every motherfucker thing in between, nigga. But nigga, if you in Arizona, and don't take that as disrespect, man. You my bro and I love you. But tell me something, since you've been there, have you seen them motherfucking UFOs there? Because every time when somebody mentioned Phoenix, Arizona, I think about the Phoenix lights that took place back in 1997 when you had that 2-mile-long boomerang-shaped craft that flew over the fucking city. The government is dirty, man. We are being visited, or they already here, by aliens. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I saw one back in 2016, and I know y'all niggas is tired of me saying that shit, and I still ain't showed y'all the fucking video yet, all right? I just been too lazy to go through my fucking hard drive to find the motherfucker. But I still got that footage. But all these fucking drones that's being seen, not only in this country, but all over the world, it ain't the fucking drones. The drones are the distractions. The real UFOs is the orbs. Remember that shit. You got the drone, and then you got that orb, that wrong motherfucker. That's the motherfucking alien. Not the fucking drone. They throwing y'all off. The drones are a distraction from the orbs. I saw a video yesterday where it was an orb. These motherfuckers shapeshift, man. I kid you not. This motherfucking, it was a boomerang. We got craft that can cloak itself and disguise itself like the movie Transformers and to try to blend in with a regular airplane. But when you look at the motherfucker, when you take a good look at that motherfucker, you realize that that's not an airplane. It's not a plane. I'm going to tell y'all this true story that me and my girl went through about 2 years ago. We was out there in Westland. We just left the Myers that's on Warren and I think Haggerty or Newburgh. And we was on our way back home to the hood in Detroit, right? My girl was the first one to spot this motherfucker, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something what we saw, goddammit. We saw what appeared to be a plane, an airliner, one of them big motherfuckers, like a 747. The kind that crashed into the World Trade Center that Bin Laden, sent it to the Trade Center, right? But when we looked at it, what caught my attention on this motherfucker was it looked at blurry. It had a blur. Baby, remember that when we saw that? It looked at blurry. Like, I can't explain it. Like, it was a white color, solid white. Airplanes got windows, right? This motherfucker didn't have no windows. It didn't have no tail. And then, now that I think about it, the motherfucker didn't have no wings either. But it was just cruising like it was trying to blend in or something. I'm like, what the fuck did we just see? And we couldn't get our cameras out in time to videotape it, to record it. But I'm telling you, some of this shit, what I saw was somebody filmed, it was a boomerang craft, similar to what was seen in Phoenix, but not that big. This motherfucker split apart. It was flying like a boomerang, like a V, and it was a solid object. And then all of a sudden, it just broke apart and turned into these fucking orbs. I kid you not. The video, if YouTube ain't took the video down, the video was up on YouTube that somebody filmed this, and I don't think that it was CGI. I don't think it was a computer, generated whatever the fuck it was. Whatever you CGI mean. I don't think it was computer generated. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was computer generated graphics or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This shit was real. You could just tell from the reaction. The shit I saw back in 2016, man. You tell me what the fuck is a fireball that got intelligence to it. You tell me. I still don't know what the fuck it was I saw. But I got the last seconds of it on film. Shit, if I post that motherfucking YouTube, might take the whole motherfucking channel down. But it's coming. Oh, baby. And you put some monster in this too? This motherfucker good. I'm gonna be fucked up later. Shit. Why you hope not to see one, Baltimore James? See, what you need to understand is we don't know what it is, but what you do know is real life demons already here in the form of these savages. When a savage want to run up in your house and fuck you and fuck your old lady and do something to your kids, them the ones you don't want to see. But I already know that you are prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? You cannot run away from the lie. We've been lied to by this government, man. Use your common sense. We got to be an arrogant, dumb motherfucker to think that we are the only intelligent form of life. Now, there's been reports that some of these objects are seen coming out of the oceans. So, somebody in Gun Free Nation said that only 5% of the world's oceans have been explored. So who's to say that it's not no type of Atlantis, Aquaman type shit going on, where it's a whole nother fucking life form that's in deep in the oceans and we don't know about it. I don't know. I'm just saying there's been reports that these orbs have been seen coming out of the oceans and shit, so I can't tell you, but I know for a fact what I saw wasn't from this world. That don't mean it was little green men. It just mean that it's other shit out there that it's more to this world or universe than us. I heard it could be from another dimension. It could be time travel. I don't know what the fuck it was, but I'll say this: the thing that I saw, it was like a plasma ball. It was like a fireball. And this motherfucker started dripping like molten metal and shit. And once when it done that, another one just came up from behind the trees. And that's when me and my son was standing out there and our jaws just dropped and like, what the fuck? And I'm like, man, I just ran in the house and grabbed my old ass 2010 camcorder, and that shit wasn't even showing up in the viewfinder, man. I hate that my phone battery had died. I actually had got back from the hospital from visiting my mom, and her my mama had a stroke, and they were saying she was brain dead. So I used my every time when I went to go visit her, I would play all her favorite songs. I would lean it up against her ear and play all her, go to YouTube and play all her favorite songs. And that's how I drained my battery out. But shit, looking back on it, I hate I did that shit that particular night. Because had I not, I could have got all that shit, caught all that shit on video. I mean, it is what it is, man. We can't, I don't think everybody talking about they scared and all that. Why? If you're gonna be scared, be scared of these motherfucking savages that's walking around. They're the ones that's gonna do you the real harm. If they so advanced and they from another world, look, man, if them whoever they are, whatever it is, if it wanted to do harm to us, they would have been did that shit, been done it. The type of advance, we peons to them. The technology that they got, that they possess, we ain't shit to them. They merely we like an ant to them. They ain't even got time to waste they energy on us. They might be curious, but everybody. If it's another type of being or whatever, everybody, it might be somebody that's not evil, that don't, if anything, the evil is within us. We the ones that got nuclear weapons and shit and fighting against each other because of religion and politics and shit. You know what I'm saying? The United States, don't even let me get on this motherfucking government. As much as I love my country, this government ain't shit. The government ain't shit. I love all my fellow soldiers that's willing to sacrifice their life to go into another bullshit war like that Iraq war. That was bullshit, total bullshit. And I still ain't figured out why they ain't put Bush ass up on charges for misleading this country and sending over 3,000 American soldiers to their death over a war that didn't have to be. Because he didn't personally like Saddam Hussein, because Saddam Hussein tried to have his father assassinated. That's what that was all about. And about these neocons that thought they could just march into Iraq and turn it into a democracy. In actuality, they fucked that country up. The country worst off under, it's just a bunch of stupidity. We got leaders that's stupid and dumb. You know who benefited from that Iraq war? You know who really benefited and they sitting back and laughing? Iran. They benefited from it. We sure as hell didn't. You know what I'm saying? We didn't. But I ain't gonna even get started on that bullshit. Any more questions? I don't give a fuck what the question is. Just ask. The floor is open right now. Yeah, it was about the oil too. You do something that piss America off, they don't have a problem demonizing your ass. You know what I'm saying? They'll turn against you. Look what they did to Trump. They demonized that nigga, man. Had crazy motherfuckers trying to assassinate that man. 3 times they tried to assassinate him. Well, we know at least twice they tried to assassinate him. Funky ass Democrats, man. Then did y'all see that memo? Did y'all see that memo that leaked out where Kamala had $1 billion? She ran that campaign off of $1 billion, and that bitch is still $20 million in debt because she wasted. Beyonce got paid $10 million for a 10-minute speech. How dumb can you be? And why would somebody vote for you because Beyonce and Oprah them telling you to vote? Niggas that's already rich. Niggas that ain't in our position, that don't even share our reality. Why do you think that we that fucking dumb that just because you paid Beyonce $10 million to come to your rally and give a 10-minute speech that we supposed to vote for you? We got to be some dumb, stupid, ignorant motherfuckers to fall for that shit. And then of all motherfuckers, you gonna have Cardi B, ratchet ass, up on there, couldn't even give a fucking speech, had to look through her phone. Oh Lord, I'm so glad your funky ass lost. I'm glad America finally woke up and saw that shit that Biden and Harris fucked this country up. And I'm not saying Trump is the all the best motherfucker, the flaw, but at least this motherfucker, what you see is what the fuck you get. And this nigga ain't gonna be putting no corny ass brace band in effect like biting them, try to take away our braces and shit, man. I say this. If it was up to me, and if Godfrey Nation, if we had millions of subscribers, I would say put whatever the fuck you put on your gun. Put a stock on it, put whatever, vertical grip on it. And if enough of us do that shit, the ATF can't take everybody down. You feel me? At some point, we have to stand up and be like, look, man, fuck this shit. Enough is a fucking enough. Enough is enough, goddammit. When they did that brace band shit, I never took mine off. Some people did. I never removed my fucking braces. Because I knew that shit wasn't right, man. You got motherfuckers that really, really law abide. I guess if they say, well, January 15th, we gonna put niggas back into slavery again, blacks back into slavery again. Well, it's the law, nigga. You gonna be my slave again. You got motherfuckers that's dumb like that, but they can't do that shit now. You know why? Because we are fucking armed now. And it's enough white people that know that shit is evil and be like, we ain't standing for that shit, and we gonna fight and die with the rest of them niggas. But we ain't gonna let that shit happen. You can never do that shit again. We too motherfucking armed, and we'll never let that shit go down. And there's too many good people in this world, from white, Hispanic, black. We ain't standing for that unrighteous, unjust, evil ass shit. We ain't standing for that shit. We gon' fight for ours. You know what I'm saying? For our right. But freedom ain't free. Freedom is not free. Stop paying your taxes and see, you bragging on your house, I own my house and all that. Nigga, that ain't your house. Stop paying taxes on it and see how fast the government come out and take that motherfucker, evict you from that motherfucker. Freedom is not free. God damn it. Any more questions? Anybody got some more questions before I tap out and then tap in? We might go over to the other channel and shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, how was everybody's New Year's and shit? To me, it's just another motherfucking day. You know what I'm saying? I still got to deal with some funky ass savages. You know what I'm saying? Well, T, you need to move. Go to the man. Fuck them suburbs, man. Violence is everywhere. I've seen plenty of niggas get a little bit of money and run out there to the motherfucking suburbs and get killed. Because guess what? When they went out there to them suburbs, they thought they had a false sense of security. And they let their guard down. And when they let their guard down, they let them savages in, and them savages got that ass. So fuck them suburbs, man. I'd rather be somewhere where I feel like I gotta, keep my guard up because it keeps me on point. You feel me? The other channel is called Life with T Electrik. That's the only way you're gonna find it. It's really Life with TMV. But you ain't gonna find it up under that. You gotta go by the original name, Life with T Electrik. I made that channel when this channel got hacked 2 years ago. It's my backup channel. Any more questions? It could be anything. I don't give a fuck. Ask me anything before I jump off this motherfucker. No more questions. I'm about to jump off. I'm probably gonna go over to the other channel. It say what makes I happy. Baltimore James nephew, have you been drinking? Have you been drinking? You said what makes I happy. You talking about me? What makes me happy? What makes me happy is living at this point in my life. What makes me happy is a motherfucker leaving me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Stop bothering me with your motherfucking problems, nigga. Stop, calling me up. Oh, T, they broke in my house. A home invasion. Well, nigga, I told you 5 years ago to get armed, to get your ass a gun. So why you want to run to me and act like you brand new, like I didn't tell you to buy a fucking gun to protect your family and your household? So you want to run to me, crying and all that and shit, nigga. You found out the hard way. So I'm tired of doing all these home invasion videos. To be honest with you, nigga, you either gonna find out the easy way or the hard way. The easy way is if you go out there and you get a gun and you arm up and you be ready to send a motherfucker to Funky Town. That's something. This is your life that we're talking about. Now, if you a motherfucker that just don't give a fuck whether you live or whether you die, then I understand. But if you love yourself and you love your family, then you're not gonna put the safety of your family in the hands of another entity. And I'm talking about the police or entity. You're gonna put that powerful, huge responsibility into your own hands. You feel me? Into your own hands. That's the only thing that's gonna get a funky savage off of you. And every time when you got a event where somebody get a gun and get to shooting, what you see? What do y'all see? I get tired of this shit. Every time when it's a savage out there unaliving people, gunning people down, killing folks, niggas is running with they like chickens with their motherfucking head cut off, man. Don't y'all get tired of that shit? I be like, a part of me be like, and I ain't shit for what I'm about to say. But motherfuckers, that's what the fuck you got. That's what the fuck you deserve. Because you had the opportunity to go buy a gun, train with that gun, and get a concealed carry. And then the fucked up part, most of these so-called events, it's a no-gun zone. Well, guess what? If it's a no-gun zone, then I won't be in that motherfucker. Because really, that's a death trap. You go to a no-gun zone and you actually obey that, like, nigga, I'm going to tell you something. If it ain't got no metal detectors or thermometers or whatever the fuck you call that shit, nigga, I'm going in there with my shit. I'm not going to be no fucking sitting duck ready to have a bullet, inserted in me. Because I want to be one of them motherfuckers that's going to fight back. And the only way a savage can be stopped is by a good guy with a gun. Hell, nowadays, you got to damn near be a fucking savage yourself. In order to fight a savage, you got to think like one of them motherfuckers in order to defeat them. You got to become a savage, a righteous savage, to put down an evil savage. You got to. You can't be one of them stinking motherfuckers come up in your house right now. I want to know what the fuck y'all gonna do. What y'all gonna do? Somebody, you hear your window being bust out, side door, back door being kicked in. What you gonna do? You gonna go down there and be like, please, sir, can you just leave? Can you remove yourself from these premises? I don't want to shoot you. Them motherfuckers gonna be like, what the fuck? We about to blast this motherfucker. No. You got to be like, nigga, savage. What the fuck is you doing in my motherfucking house? I will blow you a new motherfucking stank hole, bitch. I will send your stinking ass to Funky Town. Now get the fuck up out of here. I will blow your motherfucking head smooth the fuck off. Now when you go down there like that with that type of energy, that'll make a nigga shit on himself, all right? That'll make a nigga doo-doo on himself when you coming at him with that type of energy. You got to think like a savage. That's the only language that these motherfuckers understand. And when people get it in their motherfucking head, when they get it in their head that all that nice shit ain't gonna work, man. It ain't gonna work. And calling the police, it's not gonna fucking work. It take minutes for the police to arrive. And in Detroit, in some cases, up to a motherfucking hour, 30, 40 minutes. Man, let me tell y'all this true story right here, man. Let me tell y'all this true motherfucking story. This had to be like what that happened over there, Roseline. 2008. My nephew got a sister that came over to visit. Matter of fact, no, that was that's the Terry Street. Yeah, Terry Street house. They came over to visit. His sister stared at a girl that lived at the corner house. Some teenage shit. You know what I'm saying? So they had a stare off. They were staring at each other. Next thing I know, it was about 50 people in the middle of the street fighting. So you know what I did? I said, I ain't about to get in the middle of that dumb, stupid shit. See, look, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. People will die or get killed over the most stupidest shit ever. It could be some stupid shit. Oh, you stepped on my shoe. Oh, you bumped up against my shoulder. Oh, you looked at me the wrong way, and that shit can escalate to somebody losing their fucking life. So it was a big ass brawl in the middle of the street. At least 50 people fighting. All right? Guns was pulled out. So as soon as I saw that shit, call me a snitch, you can suck my dick. I'm a stand-up citizen, and when I see something wrong, that's what they for. I'm gonna call the motherfucking police, especially when I saw them guns come out, because I don't want bullets ain't got no motherfucking name on it. So I called the police. In the midst of me, reporting and talking about the shit on the phone, gunshots is ringing out. So I'm ducking. Oh shit, lead flying. I might not even have a gun back then, my damn self. Yeah, I did. Do you know that it took the police? They didn't arrive on the scene until maybe 2 hours later. 2 hours later, and keep in mind the operator hearing the gunshots and shit go off. So I knew right then and there you can't depend on these motherfuckers, man. When you really need them, you can't. It's been many times when I've called the police and I get a busy signal. It'd be like hang up and call again. So hell no. When Public Enemy put that shit out, 911 is a joke. They weren't lying. 911 literally is a fucking joke. And you got to be one of the most stupidest, dumbest, corniest motherfuckers if you relying on 911 to protect you and your family. You almost deserve whatever you got coming to you because you didn't get up off your funky ass and go purchase you a fucking firearm. So when them savages come and get you and bust you in your ass, don't get the crying in. Cause nigga, you had every opportunity to get armed up to protect yourself. That's what this whole channel is about. People not being victimized. People willing to stand up to these fucking savages, man. And that's why I'm so glad that Biden and Harris their days is numbered of running this country, because they ran the country all right. They ran this motherfucker right into the ground. Them motherfuckers was pro-savage. The most anti-gun motherfuckers administration ever, where they want to disarm us so we can all be victims. That's why I don't like that motherfucker, man. And how ironic is this shit? You see how dirty this motherfucker is? You see what this nigga did? You see all of the pardons he did for these murderers? Did y'all hear about that? How Sleepy Joe pardoned all these fucking murderers that's in federal prison? Oh, Lord Jesus, man. Can't nobody tell me that this nigga was not pro-savage, man. That nigga pro-savage. Some of these murderers, he pardoned child predators, pedophiles. Okay? Now, rumor had it that in the Democrat, it's a pedophile ring that's going on that them motherfuckers down with. And if it is, that's sick. Then they said it's up to 500,000 children that cross the border that's missing, that's unaccounted for. Can anybody tell me where them children are? They said the Democrats got this secret society where a lot of them motherfuckers is pedophiles, man. I'm talking about these left deep state motherfuckers. What happened to the 500,000 children that crossed that border that's missing? And then when you factor in that he pardoned child killers and child molesters, man, that was slated for death row. He pardoned it. He didn't. Now let's make it clear. He didn't let them out of jail. He just commuted their death sentence over to a life in prison sentence. They doing life now instead of. But if you messing with a kid and you kill a family, including a 4-year-old, one of them motherfuckers he pardoned was a drug dealer or a hitman, and they wiped out an entire family, including a 4-year-old child. That motherfucker deserved the death penalty, and Biden pardoned him. You see this shit? You see how wicked the world we living in? You see this bullshit? This nigga pardoned like 70 to 80 murderers. Make it make sense. Make this shit make sense. So Trump said when he get in, he gonna try to reverse it. I doubt it though. But he said he gonna try to reverse it and give him back the death penalty. But everybody knows with a half a brain, know that this government has no love for us. They don't have any love, especially in the 2A. They hate the Second Amendment. You know why? Because it gives us a chance to fight back when they be on some bullshit, when all that tyranny and all that bullshit. You said white boy Rick should have been pardoned 25. I agree with you, man, because he was working with the FBI and all that shit, man. But I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I've been in Detroit all my life. And I know a lot of people that got locked up for selling weed. Weed ain't like crack. It ain't like regular cocaine. Weed is weed. I don't smoke it because I'm not a smoker. I don't like ingesting smoke into my lungs. I might pop me a gummy every now and then. You know, who gives a fuck? It's my business. You know what I'm saying? But the thing of it is now in Detroit, on almost every motherfucking corner, you got a weed dispensary. I worked in one, did security in one of them motherfuckers recently. And when I tell you that them motherfuckers is making money, they making money. Okay? They ain't making money, they making money. And I'm security there, watching this big ass screen, about 20 cameras and shit. I couldn't do the shit no more. That shit was 13 hours. And then they trying to cut my pay. But even if they did pay me right, I couldn't just sit in front of a fucking monitor for 13 hours. But I used to often think, man, when I'm in there, and I'm these people coming in buying weed. That's how the reason why I tried the gummy. When they told me that motherfucker, you know how good it is and how that motherfucker like Viagra and make your dick hard. Yes, it do. It do. It makes your dick hard. You can fuck all night. Pop one of them guys. Now I ain't putting out no medical information on YouTube. Don't cut my channel. I ain't promoting shit. I'm just saying what worked for me. The nigga that said that shit, he was right. He was right. But the reason why I touched on this story, what up said free white boy Rick, but I'm like, God damn, this shit legal now. I remember so many people got arrested for doing the same thing. They was selling it out of their house, and they got arrested, and some of them probably still in jail. Make that shit make sense. Now it's all of a sudden because the government want to make money, or the state want to make money off of it, they legalized it now. It's legal now. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got to get your license and do your paperwork and all that, but it's still legal. You can just walk up off the street, and if you got your ID, a valid ID, you can go buy you some weed or whatever, some THC, whatever. And it's just so, it just made me think like, damn, man, what a hypocrisy. I used to see the raids and shit when the police would, you know, pull up in front of the dope house and jump out. And when I say dope house, I mean they selling weed out that motherfucker. Now all of a sudden it's legal now, and you can the shit is crazy. You saw weed do something back in the day. Hey man, who didn't sell weed? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I never did. I never did view weed as a drug anyway. It's just for me. I tried it, but like I say, I don't like to ingest nothing and you know inhale nothing into my lungs. So I'm not gonna smoke. I'm not really a drinker. I can go 20 years and don't drink, and it wouldn't bother me. I'm not no drinker. But what I do kind of like is the gummies now. Every now and then, when I want to relax, I pop me a gummy. Because I'm not really no drinker. I'm not no smoker. I guess you can call me a gummy head. I don't give a fuck. But, I need to go pop one of them motherfuckers now. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy how everything is just set up, and for the most part it's set up against us. They don't like us in the two-way. They don't like us. And then, like I say, in the two-way community is people that don't like us within the two-way community. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact a lot of people don't like me because of my language, and because I try to keep it real, but I don't give a fuck at the end of the day. You either, it ain't no in betweens with me, man. You either fuck with me or you don't. You either love me or you hate me. It's one or the other. Ain't no in betweens when it comes to me. So when people hit me up, well, you lost a lot of subscribers. I don't know how I lost them. I don't know whether YouTube did it, because I have been getting a lot of people, at least 15, but it was more than that. So, but good riddance. I don't need you. I don't. This ain't paying my bills, man. I ain't even got to do this shit. I really don't. I do it out of the love. But when I got people worrying me, yeah, can you do this? Can you do this challenge? Can you help me out? Can you do this tea? And all that, motherfucker, you barely even support me. So why should I do that favor for you when you don't even comment on my motherfucking? That's the part that irks me. If you want me to do something for you, at least be a loyal supporter of my channel and comment and like my videos. But if you barely doing that, and you being too lazy to want to build your own shit up, man, I ain't got no respect for that. When I started from the bottom and put this shit up brick by brick to the point that people fuck with me and got mad love for me, and I don't even fucking know you. I can't respect that. I can't. Leave me the fuck alone. And please, I don't mean no harm, but please do not email me with your number asking me to call you, because I'm still paranoid. People want to get information out of you. I've had people leak my phone number. I don't talk. Another thing is, I'm not one of them niggas that just want to talk on the phone. I'm more of a texter. I got people that'll call me and expect me to hold the conversation. Well, motherfucker, you called. Well, I don't mean to say that. Nigga, you called me. I've had, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying I'm more of a texter. I'm not this fucking drink. Hold on. This motherfucking drink done kicked in. God damn. What up? Is that you texting me, man? What up? Hey, man, not tonight, man. Not tonight. Baby, that drink don't got to me, baby. I'm gonna be known. Yeah. That motherfucker don't got to me. That drink don't got to me. I must have put too much of that shit in there. That shit don't got to me. Nose all running and shit. Nose all running. What you watching? You watching the live or that time? You watching that? Okay. Anybody saying crazy shit? Okay. Man, yeah, that drink don't snuck up on my motherfucking ass, man. Shit. I'm about to be banned in a minute. I keep on talking. Anyway, any more questions before I jump off this motherfucker? Huh? Any of y'all like to eat pussy? Any of y'all like to eat pussy? Where's all of the pussy eaters in here? Anybody eat ass in here? I mean, let's make this shit fun. I mean, it's after midnight. It's it's late night or whatever. You know, I mean, any questions about guns? Anything, man? Ask me anything. Entertain me. Entertain me. I should have been on StreamYard where I could put the link up and y'all can jump in here and shit, and we can do some online Jeopardy or some shit like that. I'm trying to read. Hold on, slow down, y'all. I mean, man, I can't live up to the picture that y'all paint, though, man. All I can do, all the advice that I can give is get armed, man. I learned that shit from my father. When my father was here on Earth, um, he kept he always kept a firearm because he knew the dangers, man. You gotta be able to protect your family, man. Protect your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that. Somebody, hey man, hey brother, you said not ass, then that's your personal prerogative. You don't have to eat ass. But everybody don't share that same sentiment. You know what I'm saying? For me to say that, I would be a hypocrite because hey, if the mood happen, it happens, my brother. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's a woman, I don't have no problem. You know what I'm saying? No, if it ain't clean, I don't want no parts of it. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your pussy clean and your ass clean. Your feet got to be pretty, toes and all that stuff. If you gonna take, you can't be no funky bitch. Not around me. I don't deal with that. But some men. I've met a lot of men that don't give a fuck whether they woman funky or not, whether her pussy is stinking or not. They still eat her out. Like case in point, I got a brother that love. He don't give a fuck whether the woman on her period or not. That nigga gonna eat her pussy. He call it red rings, red rings. So I'm like, Ed. Damn, I said your name, bro. I'm sorry. That's my real life blood brother. But he a nasty motherfucker. I can't eat no. I had a close encounter where a woman was getting ready to come down on her cycle in the middle of me eating her out. You know what I'm saying? And I had to stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I can't do it. I don't want no blood in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. You know, I got limits to mine. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you pretty and you clean and all that shit, man, if you want, shit, I don't, lick a few asses in my lifetime. So what? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's called sexuality. You dig what I'm saying? As long as it's a woman and she's clean. If you're gonna be with me, you got to stay clean. My woman in that, at least 2-3 times a day, she bathing or washing up. Keeping herself fresh at all times. That's how it ought to be and how it's supposed to be. You dig? Any more advice? It's Dr. T in the house now. Any more questions and shit, man? You know what I'm saying? Any more questions? You peed on your ex before? Yeah. Nah, I ain't never did no weirdo, freaky R. Kelly shit like that, nigga. I'm gonna have to disown your ass for that, Baltimore James. You ain't my motherfucking nephew, nigga. Hell no, you peeing on hoes, you peeing on bitches, nigga. No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm fucking with you, man. Nah, I ain't never encountered that type of woman that want to be peed on. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've been with a couple of women that I ate their pussy so good that I got a golden shower. They kind of, peed on me a little bit. It squirted. I don't know what the fuck it is. To this day, you got women that say it's pee, and then you got women that say it's nut juice. I don't know. But all I know is that I did a move on her and she skeeted all in my face and shit. So they called it a golden shower, man. You know, I live, you know what I'm saying? I've encountered women before that have been peed on, but I don't, you know, I don't get nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? It don't arouse me to pee on a woman. I don't get it. Everybody got their own diddyism. You feel me? My freakery don't go to that extent. You know what I'm saying? It don't do nothing for me. You know, I've encountered women that want to be raped. You know, like fantasy and shit. You know, I'm like, nah, that, you know, I ain't really, you know, we can do a little role play a little bit, but I don't want to get that crazy with it because I don't know if she's trying to set me up. You know, you gotta watch some women. They'll set you up and shit, lie and say that you raped them and shit. You gotta be careful. You gotta know how to move. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't, you know, I don't think I would get off. That would, nah, I wouldn't get off on no shit like that, man. You know, everything ain't for everybody. You feel me? But yeah, throughout my lifetime, I've seen many men get caught up, and killed over ain't shit ass woman. You know, I've seen many a man lose their life because they've been set up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just lucky to be here because I was one of them wild motherfuckers. I was the type of motherfucker that just didn't give a fuck. You know, I was the nigga that would go into a strip club and then, you know, 10 minutes later, I'm in VIP eating the stripper out. You know, I was a nasty motherfucker. You know, licking her ass and, you know, everything. You know, I mean, they was fresh. She wasn't sweaty or nothing, but I was one of them type of niggas, you know. Come here, baby. Let me sit down. No, you stand up. You stand up and just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was one of them type of niggas. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's called sexuality. It's nothing wrong with that. You know, I did it all. You know what I'm saying? You know, so no, don't have no, don't, you weirdo motherfuckers. I ain't never been with no man. I ain't forgot you motherfucker that said that shit on my live that time. Talking about T, you know you been with a man, bitch. I will fuck you up if you was to say that shit in my motherfucking face. You get the fuck, nigga. That's one thing you can never say about T. I'm a freaky motherfucker, but I ain't got that motherfucking far where I don't give a fuck whether you a man or a woman. Nah, get the fuck up out of here with that weirdo shit. And I ain't got shit against gay people. I'm not homophobic at all. But just don't bring that shit, you know, don't bring that shit my way. Cause I don't swing that motherfucking way. I love pussy too much. I love titties too much. And I love you know, just the taste and smell of a woman, the flavor of a woman. Ain't nothing like having pussy juice all over your face, and it's just very, very delicious and very nutritious. You feel me? And that's what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? I love to eat. You know, I ain't trying to be too graphic. I know YouTube probably gonna give me a strike for this shit, but fuck it. This drink don't got in me, so forgive me, y'all. All right? Any more motherfucking questions before I get off? Come on, y'all. Hit me up with some questions. I don't give a fuck. It ain't got to be about no gun or nothing like that. Just give me, you know, ask me something. Shit. Yeah, yeah. Eating pussy juice makes the beard, you know, it helps, you know, it's very nutritious. You know, it helps you grow your facial hair. And it's delicious. Quite, you know, it's awesome. God is good. You see what God blessed us men with? A woman. You know what I'm saying? He put woman here. You know, he put a woman here. He blessed us with women. That's why I get mad. It's two things that pisses me off. When I see a woman get victimized or a child. That's the worst of the worst. Them motherfuckers need to be deleted from this planet. Anybody that especially anybody that messed with a child. One day, man, I'm gonna put out a book, and y'all will never really understand or can't fathom my lifestyle, or what I went through in my life, and all the fucked up shit that I used to do. I'm really a good hearted man, and I always have been that way, but I used to do some stupid reckless shit back in the day. Like I would fuck a woman that I just met 10 minutes, and we fucking, like the incident when I went to the Techno Fest, and I used to catch the bus there because I didn't want to drive because there's no place to park downtown Detroit. And I go to the Techno Fest. So I jump on the bus. And one day when we was leaving the Techno Fest, I met up with a beautiful woman. Baby, this is before you. No disrespect to you. This had to be like 2002, something like that. I didn't meet you till 2013. But met her at the bus stop, and it was cold. It was cold at night. It'd be warm during the day, but cold during the night. And we both, just me and her, standing there at the bus stop, waiting on the bus. And it was a Sunday night. Everybody know in the D, Sunday is the worst day because buses be late. I mean, they run late on Sundays. Make a long story short, we out there kicking it. And I'm cold. I didn't wear my coat. I just had a hoodie on. So she was like, you cold. You cold. And I was like, yeah, baby, I am. It's chilly out here. So she was like, well, let me hug you. She was like, let me hug you. Let me hug you. Body heat. You know what I'm saying? Body heat. So I'm like, yeah. So we out there hugging, man. Keeping me warm. I ain't even know her name to this day. I don't even know her name. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even get her name. And she was attractive, man. But I kind of think she was a holdover for the simple fact, while we was at that fucking bus stop, there were about 10 cars passed us by, and they all knew her because they was honking their horns at her and shit. And I'm like, damn, she one of them or whatever. I'm not saying she was a prostitute. I'm just saying a lot of niggas knew her. You feel me? Because they was honking their horn. They was passing us by, honking their horn. One of them even offered to try to pick up. But I guess me being attractive and handsome and sexy and shit, she didn't want to leave my side. So we both waiting on the bus, right? So I'm cold, and she was like, she had on a coat. She was like, well, let me hug you. Body heat. Well, I'm trying to keep it PG, but man, one thing, led to another, and the bus stop happened to be in front of this abandoned building. We on the edge of downtown Detroit, right there on Grand River. Man, we went on the side of that motherfucker. And I was a reckless motherfucker because she could have been setting me up. It could have been some savages in that building, head around the corner. I didn't give a fuck. My dick was thinking for me. I wasn't thinking for my dick. My dick was thinking for me. He had a brain of his own. You feel me? We went on the side of that building, man, and I tore that pussy up. You did? Man, I remember, man, pushing her up against the wall and pulling down her pants and her panties and just and she just going crazy. And then I remember, it's like I turned into the motherfucking Hulk, man. I remember pushing her up like that, and her thighs and my arms and shit. And then I just slammed up against the side of the building and commenced to just giving it to her. Fucking her, man. She must have came at least about 3 or 4, 5 times. You feel me? And then I got mine. Then I'm telling you, we got so busy, not just one bus passed us by, not just 2 buses passed us by, 3 buses passed us by, man. When the 4th bus came, we got on that motherfucker. She gave me her number. I never called it because she didn't give me her name. You know what I'm saying? And that's just one of the craziest things that I ever did. And I would not take it back. I was living my life, but I was being reckless because what if she would have had some type of STD or AIDS or something like that? You just can't randomly just be fucking strangers. But I was reckless back then. So you young gentlemen that's watching this, don't make the same mistakes that I have made. Because there's a lot out there. You know what I'm saying? She could have had a husband. She could have had a boyfriend. Weak ass niggas be killing people over they pussy. So I did, I did some fucked up shit back in the day. I fucked two hoes, like two sisters that was hoes. You know, I was talking to one sister, and they both had their voices sounded similar. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kicking it, talking to one sister. So one night I called, and I'm thinking I'm talking to that one sister, but it's the other sister. Come to find out, she liked me too. So we got to talking, man, and I had her come over to the house, and I fucked her too, man. I fucked her too. Now, what would have been real out cold if I would have had both of them together fucking them, but they both were some hoes, though, A lot of people don't like that terminology when it comes to women, but the fact of the matter is you got women out there, and then you got these hoes out there that don't give a fuck, it is what it is. If it don't apply to you, then let it fly. But if it apply to you, I don't sit in no judgment of nobody. If you a hoe, you a hoe. I've been a hoe. So why would I want to judge you when I've been a fucking whore? You know what I'm saying? And I still, I'm not no hoe no more. You know what I'm saying? I've tamed myself, and I try to do right. I try to do right. I might have a wandering eye every now and then or whatever. Who ain't gonna look? If you saying you don't look, then you a lying motherfucker. Or something wrong with you. One or the other. You did. But the worst of the worst is when I went through in my early 20s and shit, when I was just fucking to be fucking, man. 28 women in 2 weeks, in the span of 2 weeks that I had sex with, or got head from. You know what I'm saying? I'm at this point in my life right now, man. I'm just happy to be the age that I am and relatively in good health. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot to be thankful for. So that's why when you hit me up talking about I don't lost a lot of subscribers, I don't give a fuck about that, man. It ain't never really been about the subscriber count, man. I'm not in here. I mean, it would be nice because my message is resonating with more and more people. But let's just be honest. Everybody's not going to get me. Everybody's not going to like me, which is perfectly fine. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? This channel is not for everybody. It's not. It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's for a special type of motherfucker to fuck with the Gun Freak Nation, man. So it is what it is. It ain't hurt me. Good riddance. If you don't like what I said, or when I called Daniel, when I fucked up and called him, the nigga is not a hero. Because he did take a man's life that at that point didn't touch nobody in that train. The nigga was just acting up and cutting up. Which you can expect shit like that in a subway. I can get on the bus right now. I can get on the bus right now. And I can expect it's gonna be some crazy weirdo motherfucker on there still in the show. It's to be expected. So if the nigga would have done that shit to the savage that set that woman on fire, he would have been a hero to me then, because that motherfucker deserved to die, setting that woman on fire like that. You did. That nigga deserved to die. Hey, likewise, man. I hope you have Timothy. I hope you have a wonderful, safe, savage-free New Year too, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't never, committed no crimes, Brandon. Nah, man, I ain't never, I ain't never done no shit like that. The only listen, the only crime I ever went to jail for, brother, I was trying to go to work, and that was me doing stupid shit. I didn't go get my CPL. I'm like, them motherfuckers hired me. They should have had it mandatory that you gotta have your CPL. And I was going to work, and I was supposed to have separated the ammo from the gun. You can't, if you ain't got your CPL, you can't have a loaded weapon in your car. Well, guess what? I started out the right way, and I went by a gas station. I saw a bunch of niggas that looked like they up no good, and they watching me. I said, let me load my shit up. And where I fucked up, it was after I got my gas, I should have unloaded it. But I didn't, because I'm thinking once I hop on this freeway gonna turn into the highway. And there goes the CVS right there. I was an armed guard. That's the only time I ever got in trouble. I was on my way in my uniform, going to work, and I didn't unload the gun, and the police pulled me over because my fucking tags was expired. It wasn't my truck; it was my parents' truck, and I didn't know that they didn't renew it because my father kept like 3 or 4 cars, man. Most of the motherfuckers he didn't drive, so they just sat in the yard. So I took the Cherokee. I said I'm gonna use this to go to work. It was on my off day, and guard didn't show up for whatever reason. I'm like, I'm just sitting here, so I might as well go make this money. You feel me? And I got caught up by this funky ass bitch ass Southfield police officer, man. So that's the only time your boy T has got in trouble. And now let the motherfuckers try that now, because guess what? I got my tag straight, and I got my CPL. I can have my shit on my lap, and them motherfuckers can't do shit. They can't do shit because I'm all 100% legal now. I did some dumb shit back in the day, doing shortcuts, didn't want to pay money and all that shit. I was one of them type of niggas, but you learn the hard way. You feel me? Anyway, any more questions before I jump off this motherfucker? Any more questions? I'm transparent. Hey, I'm transparent, man. I ain't, I got my flaws like every other man. You know what I'm saying? I got my flaws, and it is what it is, man. I don't sit in judgment on nobody. You feel me? But if you are racist or ignorant or evil savage, man, and you want to try me, then guess what? Go ahead and attempt to try me. But I guarantee you're going to be sent to Funky Town. Because when I pull it, I'm not going to be pulling my shit just to show. At that point, if I feel the need to pull my gun, it's either kill or be killed at that point. It's kill or be killed at that point. You feel me? Okay, somebody said, do you think we're going to have another civil war? Okay, all right. What would the civil war be about? Is it going to be righteous versus evil? Is it going to be liberal versus conservative? Is it going to be something that's going to be so outrageous that it's going to make people want to uprise and shit? I'm, I'm going to tell y'all something. This government ain't got a problem gunning their own folks down, their own citizens down. They want to sit in judgment of all these other countries, like Putin over in Russia, for what they're doing, but knowing damn well they would do the same thing if they was in that position. If Canada or Mexico want to break off and be buddy with, Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, United States gonna have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Just like back in the 1960s when we had the Cuban Missile Crisis, man. The CIA, they tried to assassinate Fidel Castro, even when as far as trying to plant a bomb in one of his cigars. You understand? And don't forget the disastrous Bay of Pigs operation when they had Cubans that left Cuba because they was against Castro, and the CIA trained them and sent them back over there to try to overthrow them, but that shit failed horrible. So yes, this country got its hands. It's a lot of blood on the hands of the United States government. You understand? Most of the time, this country is run by assholes, hypocritical assholes who, if the country, if they, step out of line or do something that the government just, don't like, then they're going to demonize them and go to war with them. Just like they did with Muammar Gaddafi, like they did with Saddam Hussein, like they did, we orchestrated that shit that just happened a few weeks ago in Syria when Assad's regime was just toppled like about 2-3 weeks ago over in Syria. The CIA had its hand in that. You know what I'm saying? So we do a lot of shit. This government throw a lot of rocks, man, and hide their hand. But we living in a glass house. You understand? They get on Saddam Hussein, oh, but he gassed his own people. He gassed the Kurds, but what they don't know was that the Kurds was being a threat against this regime. And they was affiliating themselves with other parties with Iran or whatever. So guess who supplied him with the shit to make the chemical weapons to do that? It was the United States and France. But that's when Saddam was on their good side, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but America sit into judgment because he used these chemical weapons. But guess what country used the first atomic bomb that killed thousands of people? Hiroshima, Nagasaki. It was the United States that dropped that bomb. And their excuse is, well, dropping the bomb and killing all those people, it saved American lives because the Japanese didn't give a fuck. They fought to the death, you feel me? But how can you judge another country for using chemical weapons when you use atomic weapons? Because all those people that died over in Japan, they wasn't military. Those were civilians that died. So you really don't have the moral, fixture to stand and talk about somebody else using chemical weapons when you yourself use something 1,000 times more deadlier. You get the double standards and the hypocrisy now? You see what I'm coming from now? You got to think outside of the box and see it for what it is. A lot of this hatred shit that we are seeing is chickens coming home to roost because of the dirty shit that the United States is going around the world, meddling other countries' business and instigating shit. Like Biden sending billions of dollars over to Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? How Biden left billions of dollars worth of military equipment, guns, and all that shit over in Afghanistan when we left. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Look what happened in the 80s when we had the Sandinistas and we had the Contras. It was a civil war over there, and Reagan now was backing the Sandinista or what, the Contra, or whatever. You know what the motherfuckers did when they couldn't come up with the funding to back that civil war that was happening over there? Them motherfuckers sold cocaine, crack, and it fucked up. It decimated the black communities back in the 80s. That shit, they allowed crack cocaine. They allowed the cocaine to come over here. They made a secret deal with the Sandinistas, or either I don't know what side the United States was backing. But for y'all that's old enough to remember that shit, it was called the Contra whatever, but they allowed drugs, and they used drug money to fund that civil war. And that happened right there in Central America. The United States government did that shit. Don't believe me? Look the shit up. Look that shit up. So you can't put nothing past this government. So when you got the United States, participating in bombing campaigns and, trying to do regime changes and, telling people what they, going over there telling them people how they think they should live and, how they should have a so-called democracy. Hell, this ain't no democracy, man. This is a republic. This is not no fucking democracy. So when you going over there and your policies and actions are killing a lot of people, and you and civilians and shit getting caught up in that, then you wonder why motherfuckers hate you. And you got motherfuckers over here in this country, running over people with pickup trucks and planting IEDs and shit because they're mad. Jerry, shut the fuck up. I'm on the live. So when you got this shit, when you doing shit like this, chickens come home to roost from your actions. No, I'm gonna go as far as talking about 9/11. You had these motherfuckers Bin Laden that planned that shit out. But you don't think that Bush and them knew? Come on, man. You didn't think that they knew? It was a thing a classified thing that landed on Bush's table, saying that Al-Qaeda, Bin Laden and Al-Qaeda was determined to strike inside the United States. And they didn't take no kind of action, man. They used that shit as an excuse to get inside of Iraq. Iraq didn't have shit to do with 9/11. Saddam Hussein actually did not like Osama bin Laden because he was a threat to his regime. And if Osama bin Laden, if Saddam Hussein would have got his hands on him, he would have locked him up and probably executed him because he was a threat to his regime. Oh, gee, no, you wrong. Al-Qaeda was found inside of Iraq. They had bases in Iraq, T. You wrong, T. You were wrong. I'm not wrong. It's true. Al-Qaeda was in Iraq. But they were in northwestern Iraq. The area that Saddam didn't have control over. Remember, after the war, the United States put a no-fly zone and a no-tank zone. They was calling themselves protecting the Kurds up in northern Iraq, right? So Saddam couldn't send his tanks up that line. If they crossed that line, they was going to get blew the fuck up by F-15. Okay? He couldn't fly his planes or helicopters. It was a no-fly zone and a no-tank zone. So really, he didn't have no control over that area. So yeah, Al-Qaeda did set up shop there. But it didn't have shit to do with Saddam Hussein. But the American government will take that information and switch that shit up and say that he working with them, which it wasn't true. It was all a lie. Just like him having weapons of mass destructions. It was all a lie. Another lie that was told to taint him was that he funded a lot of terrorist groups to go up against Israel, right? It's partially true that he did give the families of suicide bombers money. You know why he gave them money? Because Israel at the time had a policy where if a suicide bomber struck, they would go and demolish the suicide bomber's family's house. Now, take this into consideration. Say you got a kid that go out there and rob a bank or do something crazy. But because you ain't tell them to do it, you ain't had shit to do with it. Once when your kid get a certain age, they grown. and they ain't got to listen to you no more. You understand? So that's just like a policy where your kid go out there and you do something, and they grown and they get out there and they do something, but because they done it and you ain't got no control over it, you didn't tell them to do it, you raised them better than that. The person that they did it to now own your house or can kick you out your own house or tear your house down. That's not, in my opinion, that ain't right and it ain't fair. So what Saddam Hussein did was, when them suicide bombers was striking Israel and they'd get the bulldozers and tear the family's house down that didn't have shit to do with it, he gave them $100,000 to buy them another crib. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Actually, I see that shit being righteous, because a family shouldn't be, an entire family shouldn't have to pay the cost for something that they fucked up kid did. The nigga became a suicide bomber. They ain't got shit to do with me. But I shouldn't have to lose my house because something my grown ass kid did that I ain't got shit to do with. So because he was doing that, helping the suicide families out, buying, giving them money to buy another house, they labeled him as a terrorist supporter, man. So the United States used all kind of dirty tactics and dirty tricks to basically assassinate your character. They good at that. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you do something that this government don't like, man, they will demonize you. They even did the shit to Trump, their own kind. Had people, trying to take that guy out, man. Going on the news talking about, comparing him to Hitler, and people, because they see it on social media, they see it on TV, they believe it. A bunch of gullible fools, man. Anyway, man, I've been on here almost 2 hours. Any more questions? Oh yeah, no doubt, man. He didn't. I'm gonna tell you how stupid Bush and them is. Saddam took power. I believe Saddam was a Sunni, and then you had the Shia, right? The majority in Iraq was Shia. Well, guess what sits right directly next door to Iraq? You got Iran. Iran is Shia, right? Iraq and Iran fought a war. Motherfucking war lasted 10 years. Guess who the United States backed during that war? They backed up Saddam Hussein, helped him out, gave him intelligence, shared satellite footage of positions where the Iranian army was at. They, they're fighting positions, right? So he was buddy with the United States, But when that war ended, man, it dragged on for 10 years. So his economy sucked. So he like, man, look, I fought Iran for 10 years. Help me out. People still saying, Saddam owed money and all that. Nah, man, y'all help me out. So Kuwait was a little sneaky motherfucker. And by the way, for those who don't know, Kuwait years ago used to be a part of Iraq until the British went over there and annexed it and turned it into Kuwait. Okay? Kuwait used to be Iraq. So when he invaded Kuwait, he was really just taking his territory back. He didn't go into Saudi Arabia. He went into Kuwait that used to be a part of Iraq. Like I said, the British went over there and they carved that bitch up and took it. They was colonizers. They took it. So when he stood up to take that shit back, it was all about the oil. If Kuwait didn't have oil, the United States wouldn't give two fucks what happened. It was all about the oil. They didn't have no love for them Kuwaitis. They wanted that oil. That's what it was all about. So when he crossed that line, when he was like, y'all motherfuckers ain't helping me, I'm struggling right now. I don't fought a fucking 10-year war with Iran. We didn't really accomplish shit, but my economy is fucked up now. I need money. So what he did was he threatened Kuwait. He was like, nigga, y'all need to help. Forgive the debt that I owe. Then y'all tapping into my oil line. So he sent just Republican guards, and they took over that motherfucker. Well, that rubbed the United States government the wrong way. Nigga, you about to, or hell no. We ain't standing for that. And that's when he got on their bad side. And y'all know the rest of the story, man. Y'all know what happened. But I ain't talking about the first Gulf War. I'm talking about the 2003 war. That shit was unnecessary. Because he didn't have shit to do with no 9/11. All that shit. 9/11 was the portal for them to get inside Iraq, because these neocons had this grand plan that they was going to make Iraq into a democracy and everything was going to just be all good. Well, guess what? Every country is not meant to be a democracy. It ain't going to work everywhere. And obviously it didn't work there, because the person that benefited, the stupid dumb motherfuckers, when they toppled Saddam Hussein and put the Shias back in power, guess what? Iraq is just a puppet now. Iran is running Iraq. When Trump took out that Quds Force general, I forget his name, but guess where when they assassinated him with that drone strike? Guess where he was at when Trump took him out? Right there in Iraq, at an airport in Iraq. So we call ourselves invading for democracy when we only did a huge favor for Iran, which is supposed to be our enemy. So they Bush them with some stupid motherfuckers. Stupid motherfuckers. And I don't like how they put my brother Colin Powell. They made him look stupid. He all at the UN. Yes, we had we got portable, nuclear weapon labs and chemical weapon labs, and we got this large amount of uranium, and all that shit was lies. Lies. They ain't even fact checked the shit. Niggas that didn't like Saddam Hussein was coming over here making up lies. And they knew that the shit was a lie, but they went along with it. They sold that war to the American people because, once again, a scared population would do and go for anything. You got to remember, 9/11 had just happened. So, he had to have something to do with it. He Arab and he Arab. Yeah, he had to have something to do with it. Yeah, go and get that motherfucker. And that's exactly what happened. And over 3,000 American soldiers died for nothing, man. They died in vain. That's the most fucked up part about it. And then on top of that, in the vacuum of losing Saddam Hussein, ISIS, one of the most brutal, craziest, murderous, that make Al Qaeda look like a church choir. ISIS was formed in the prisons that the American government set up when they was locking everybody up. When Saddam was overthrown and assassinated by hanging due to Bush, courtesy of George Bush Jr., ISIS was born in them prisons, man. And them motherfuckers didn't play. Remember all of the videos of the decapitations? They was burning motherfuckers alive, putting motherfuckers in cages and lowering them into swimming pools. Man, them motherfuckers was doing the most brutal shit. That is the result of the Iraq war. So they didn't make it better, they made the motherfucker worse. Niggas over there wishing Saddam was still in power now. The shit that they going through now. So it is what it is, man. We not no angels, man. Don't get me wrong, I love my country, but the government is stupid as fuck, and they don't like us. They don't have no love for us. Anybody that want to disarm you and make it difficult for you to buy a firearm, and they want to ban certain firearms like the AR-15, they not for you, man. They don't give a fuck. What this government has become, it's all about money. It's all about power. They supposed to represent us, but it's reversed now. They trying to tell us what to do and what they think is best for us. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say don't give up your guns. If you don't have one, go buy one, because we don't know what the fuck could happen. We don't know what can happen in the future. It just may be a civil war that break out. Any more? Let me see. Man. Uh, what's my next handgun? I really don't have no plans on buying another handgun because I'm not into handguns like that. But if I did, I probably would get me another Rock 5.7. It's something about that the 5.7, man. Like I went in my backyard and shot into the ground to celebrate New Year's. I don't shoot up in the air because what goes up gotta come down. You know, so I don't do that. I shoot into the ground. You know, and the first one that I shot was let me see. The first one I shot was Shockadelica. My 300 Blackout ran flawless. You hear me? And then the second one I shot was the Banshee 5.7 that I got. It ran flawless up until I put it in binary. It sounded like a machine gun for a minute, but then it jammed. And I had to, get the, drop the mag and get it out. It's like maybe it was me and I probably was doing it too fast or whatever, but I had two failures with that in binary. But in single shot, it ran flawless in single shot. Then the third gun I shot was the Sega 12. Man, let me tell you something. I shot that motherfucker one time and that bitch jammed up. And, I had difficulty getting the shell out. I didn't get the shell out until I brought it into the house where I had light to see that the shell, it failed to eject the shell. So I didn't try to shoot it no more. I got too many guns to be stuck on one gun. So I tossed that aside, and I keep in mind, I had my IWI TS12 since February 2021, and I didn't shoot it until last night. So the shells that was left over from the Sega 12, I put it inside it was bird shot. I loaded up the TS12. Man, let me tell you something. That motherfucker ran flawless. Keep in mind, I had that motherfucker for 3 years, hadn't cleaned it, hadn't shot it, and I shot it for the first time last night. No failure to feed, no nothing, and it was smooth, no recoil. I'm keeping that. At one point, I was thinking about trading it. Nah, nope. I can't let that go now. No way. And then what was the other gun I shot? The Z-Pap, the new one that I got. The Z-Pap, as always, it ran like a fucking train. So I shot about 4 or 5 guns last night, man. I had fun. I blended in with everybody else that was shooting. I don't know what it is in y'all neck of the woods, but here in Detroit on New Year's, it's like a fucking war zone. So the last couple of years, I didn't partake in it because of the situation with my woman, and what she went through regarding her brother. So I was respectful. But now, it was all good, and shit, the neighbors know I got some shit. So not to bring your funky ass up in here. Don't break up in my house with your funky ass. One thing about my crib, somebody here 24/7, and I got cameras and shit. So just like last week, it was some weird old motherfuckers come knocking on my door. I saw them before they came because my sensors went off. They gonna have the nerve to say they from DTE. I'm like, how dare you? When it was just a guy got killed by some fake DTE workers. I said, man, if you don't get the fuck up off my porch, you gonna regret it. And that motherfucker got the fuck on. Because if I open my door, I'm opening my door with my motherfucking Draco. You did? So get the fuck, I'm not one to play games with. Get the fuck off my fucking porch. You dig? Anyway, I'll be back, y'all. Anyway, I'm about to shut this down anyway, man. Gun Freak Nation, what's up, Nunu? What up, though, Nunu? Damn, baby, you being quiet. You motherfucker can't rain. You never come back live. You on the phone now? Oh, I didn't know. Shit. They can't see.
I was in here quiet. I was out there talking on the phone.
What? Y'all probably hear me and shit. I'm about to make me some Swedish meatball. I don't got home like a motherfucker. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to, my girl made some of them badass motherfucking Swedish meatballs, man. I'm about to go down there and make me a motherfucking plate. Cause I don't got, hungry. The other day, for New Year's, I made some homemade pizza subs. You get your buns and the pizza sauce and the pepperoni, ham, black olives, the Italian cheese and the sweet onions. Ooh, mwah, so delicious. And then I love the homemade chicken shawarmas I make at Meyer and Walmart. They got this season pack called chicken shawarma seasoning mix, and it's got the season, it's got the garlic season. But what I do is I take that shit, marinate that meat, and then go and get Steve's. You gotta have this. If you want some authentic chicken shawarmas, you got to get Steve's Mediterranean garlic sauce. You got to have it. It's so delicious. And then when you get that seasoning, I don't feel like going down there getting the pack to show it to y'all. But when you add them components to it, them ingredients to it, man, that shit is better than, I don't know, man. Remember back in the day, it was a Arab restaurant called The Sheaf back in Dearborn, and they got shut down because the government caught them funding a so-called terrorist group over in the Middle East, and they shut them down. They don't reopen now, though. They got the same name. I don't know if it's but man, they chicken shawarmas was so good. Man, that shit was delicious, man. It was a prostitute that I knew used to go out and trick and shit. Man, I wasn't on pimp or nothing. I just, hey, man, that trick got me saying a lot of shit. I knew a lot of hoes and shit back in the day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's because my mama was a preacher. So when my mama preached, she wasn't one of them sedity preachers that looked down on people. She accepted whoever, homeless, prostitute, it don't matter. Everybody, Jesus didn't just hang around these sedity motherfuckers. Jesus back in the day hung around thieves, murderers. Jesus hung around them because how else is you gonna spread the word? You got to go to where the word need to be told. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't get about these corny ass preachers nowadays. You go up in their church, everybody got to have their nose turned up. It's all about fashion. Who dressed the sharpest? Who doing what? Who got the biggest, baddest, newest, latest, greatest car? It's all fucked up now, man. Money ruined the event of money. It's just ruined a lot of shit, man. For the love of money. Money is the root of all evil, even in the churches now. I don't go to no churches, man. From what I remember, the preacher was in there fucking all of the sisters in the church, man. I remember one time we had to leave out the church because it was about to be a shootout between the preacher and the other preacher that replaced him when he was sick. It was a preacher that was sick in the hospital. And he had another preacher come in to replace him, not to temporarily replace him. Well, guess what? That motherfucker went there and tried to take over. So when he got home from the hospital, he was like, damn, you ain't about to kick me out of my own motherfucking church. And it was about to be a shootout in that motherfucking. My dad was like, we got to get the fuck up out of here. Yes, it was about to be a shootout. And I ain't gonna lie. When that preacher, that temporary preacher left, he took half of that preacher's congregation, man. Half of them followed him. You know what I'm saying? Everything is about greed, man. Money and power. That's what it's all about. That's what this country is based on. Money and power. You know what I'm saying? You get the money, you got the power. You know, and they would do any and everything, lie to you. That's why you don't trust no politicians. Don't trust no preacher either. That's man will fail you. You put your faith in man, you gonna be disappointed. Don't never put your faith in man because we are all flawed. And I'm about to go down there and give me some of these juicy ass Swedish meatballs with the pasta and shit. And I'm about to fuck it up, man. But I had a good time. I might go live later on tonight. But to all 65 of y'all, salute. And don't, hit me up. And I ain't talking about you, Baltimore James. I know you one of the ones that says you losing a lot of square. I don't give a fuck, man. Let it be gone. I don't know whether YouTube did it or I said something that pissed him off, but I really don't give a fuck. You don't need to be here anyway with your sensitive, funky ass. Get the fuck on. I don't need your stinking asses. You can suck my dick and my 2 balls. I got a big ball and a smaller ball. Suck the big ball or suck the smaller ball, my nut, that make the big ball jealous. I don't give a fuck. I don't give 2 fucks because guess what? At the end of the day, you motherfuckers ain't paying my motherfucking bills. So fuck you. Leave. Get the fuck on. I don't give a fuck. It could be another 100 of you motherfuckers go. That just means that I know who fuck with me and who don't fuck with me. If my language is too potent and too lethal, then what the fuck what you gonna do when them savages run up on you? You think they gonna be all civilized and polite and all and political correct when they run up on your ass? No, they gonna run up on you and run up in your ass. And you gonna be regretting that you didn't listen to me and get armed. Anyway, Gun Freak Nation, I'm out of here. I have to go get me another drink, and I'm about to get these Swedish juicy meatballs and Swedish meatballs and this pasta, and much love to y'all, man. Thank you for talking. I'm gonna do this shit every motherfucking night. Fuck them videos. I ain't doing no more fucking videos no more. I'm only gonna do lives and podcasts now. Who don't like it? Oh, well, I got to do me. You do you. God Free Nation salute, baby.